I'll do 16 and 17 together here. So 16 said, look at y equals x squared and y equals 2x minus 3 squared plus 1. Okay, you can do this on a graphing calculator. You can do this using your brain, anything. What's the difference between the graph on the left and the graph on the right? How are they related? Yeah, go ahead.
The graph on the right is just stretched and translated.
Right on. Okay, so there's going to be a shift to it. There's also going to be a vertical stretch. Okay, so if you look at x squared, this is a very rough graph. Please don't go home and play with parents. Your math teacher did this. There's y equals x squared. Okay. What does the two in front of the bracket mean for a parabola? It's going to pass. Go ahead.
It's when you stretch or compress it.
Yeah. So this one's going to be stretched, meaning it's going to be closer together. Okay. What does the -3 mean? Oh, come on, guys. Why is it only the people not in my class answering this from last year? What is a vertex? Look at this. It's the parabola. What does the -3 mean inside the bracket? X minus 3. Matt, go ahead. 3 to the right. Okay, so the vertex, the x corner of the vertex is going to be 3. What does the +1 mean? It's going to go 1 up, okay? So if I take a look at this, all that's going to happen is instead of starting at 0, 0, this is going to have 1, 2, 3, and then up 1. So my vertex is going to be 3, 1, and instead of being big like that, it's just going to be scrunched a little bit. Okay? Are we okay on the concept of that before I continue? Okay? So part B said what happens to x to the 4. Okay, so it's the same thing. In general, we learned yesterday was x to the 4, which is the narrower version of x squared right now. So it's going to be even more narrow instead of 3, 1. Now this leads us to 17. Use the results from question 16 to predict a relationship between x cubed and ax minus h cubed plus k. Okay? So can someone remind me what x cubed looks like? From what quadrant to what quadrant does it go to? I'm going to pass on to you guys. I want people to try here. Albert, go ahead.
3 to 1.
From 3 to 1. Okay, so x cubed is supposed to look something like this. What's that center point going to be? Another trick. Yeah, go ahead. This is supposed to be 0, 0. And that's y equals x cubed. Okay? So what they're saying is they want a general, sorry, there's your book back. They want to have like a general case for what happens. So let's say I do like y equals, I don't know, x plus 2 squared minus 3. Can someone take an educated guess to tell me how, oh, that's cubed, that should be not squared, sorry. Can somebody take an educated guess and tell me what that graph is going to look like? And please be brave. Fox, you're my enemy this year. I'm picking on you all the time. Foxton, go ahead.
Okay, so you go to the right twice, and then down 3, and like every point would be that.
I love your enthusiasm. You made one wrong thing.
I did one.
He said right. She said right 2. Okay.
Oh, and left
2. Okay. So what should happen then for this is right. You go to -2. Okay. But it should look exactly like that, but it's going to be the very same shape, right? The only difference is going to be not the vertex, but sort of the turning point. We'll get to what turning points are a little later on. Do you get the concept? That's all I was trying to show you there. Okay. Do you get the basic idea there? That's all they were trying to say. So for that. All right. Sort of okay? A little bit? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
How do the quadrants go then?
Yeah, no, good question. This is quadrant 1. Just think of it like the unit circle, and we'll get to this a little bit later on in the course, right? Right, this is like where it starts, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So just like the same thing that's going around the unit circle. Okay, sort of good? Have I sucked the life out of you yet? Not yet. It's coming soon. Don't worry. Okay. Please be brave. Don't ask about this because all we're doing a similar lesson to what we did yesterday. Today, right? We're talking quadrants and higher power things. I want to do this one though to just remind you guys of factoring and all that sort of stuff. Okay. Since you answered the question, Fox, I'm going to pass on you right now. And Alana's going to be out. What was that? X squared plus 6x plus 9? plus 4x cubed plus minus 22x plus 24. All over 6x cubed plus 21x squared minus 45. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that left word if that's okay, because this involves lots and lots of factoring. Okay. As you've probably noticed, the first 2 days we did warm-ups involving this, which means that you should be able to do a question like this with no thought, and do a few more of these to keep your factoring sharp, right? That's what I want. Okay. All right. So, Alana, you're up. Can you show me how to factor the top left, please? Go ahead.
So, the n is negative 6.
Yeah.
And the a is negative 1.
Yeah. Positive 1. Positive, negative. Positive.
Oh, I wrote that down.
That's okay. That'll hopefully make it nicer, I hope. Did this one work out or not? Sure.
So far, I think.
Okay. So what multiplies to negative 6 adds to negative 1? Go ahead.
Positive 1?
Yeah.
Negative 2 and positive 3.
Good. Okay, Alana Waller, what do we do next, please?
We put the 3 and negative 2 where they
Good. So 3x squared plus 3x minus 2x minus 2. Great. Okay. All right, Adria, can you tell us what to do next, please?
Take out 3x.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then take out negative 2.
Yeah.
X plus 1.
Great. Okay, now I don't know if you know this, but Adria has a 100 in the course right now, so I guarantee this is right. Why else has that been factored properly? Elena, go ahead. Brackets have to match up 100% of the time. Cole, can you finish this one off, please?
So you put the 2.
And again, you don't have to do this on the side. I just find it easier to do that. So a little more room. So that's 3x minus, sorry, x plus 1. 3x minus 2. Okay. All right, Bailey. This is just a plain old x squared question, so we can do this in one step. Can you use the powers of mathematics, please, to factor that one instantly? X plus 1, x plus 5. So just a reminder for you guys, right, that if it's just a plain x squared, you can just factor it with no decomposition. All right, Brian, you get the most difficult question of all, which is the top right. What is, I'm going to write it on the board here, and then we'll take it from there. So it says 4x cubed minus 22x squared plus 24x. What's my very first step? Thank you. Okay. You have to take out a common factor. I mean, you don't have to, but it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Okay, so we'll take out 2x, and you should be left with 2x squared minus 11x plus 12. And this one is a lot more manageable to do. Yeah.
So if 10, we didn't do that.
Okay, hypothetically, all right.
Hypothetically. Could you find an M in there from
Yes.
the very first?
Yes.
Because that's,
But the numbers would be very big though, right? Like if we
Yeah.
multiply to get 96, I had to get 22.
yeah, I
it'd
got
be
my
like-
numbers from there.
Yeah, you can, and that's fine. But what will
And
happen?
then at the end, I had to factor it.
Yeah, that'll work too. As long as you get the final answer, that works. This will be a lot more simpler to do this way though, so that's fine. All right, Marissa, if it's, what's the M and what's the A here, please? Great, what are those two numbers? What's that? -3 and -8, I think, right? Is that right? I think that's right. All right, Kellen, what do I do next, please?
You put the A3 negative.
Good?
So it'll be 2x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 12.
Okay, now, Kellen, can you explain to the class why you did minus 8x minus 3, even though I did minus 3 and -8 right above?
Well, does that really matter?
It doesn't matter, but you did it in one of them. You did a good job of that. Like, that's better the way you did it. Why'd you do that?
3 and 12 compared to 2 and 8.
Very good. Okay, like you should do it that way. 2 and 3 still works, but 2 and 3 don't go together, right? 2 and 8 go together, so it's better. All right, Peter, can you show off your common factoring skills, please?
2x minus 3x.
Oh, you're way too fast for me. Okay, I'm sure you're right. I'm too fast. Is everyone concur with that? Okay, that's me going 100 miles an hour. Yeah. So that's going to be then plus 2x bracket 2x minus 3. All right. Sort of okay? Yes? Please be brave and ask if the factoring isn't coming back to you from last year. Dexter, you get the unfortunate chance or opportunity to factor the bottom line. I'll write it on the board and give you a second to think about it. You can tell me the first step. Oh my goodness, you guys are right on top of things here. So that's 3x bracket. Is that 15? Is that right? Somebody confirm that for me. Does that look good? All right, Jesse, can you do the M&A, please?
So the m is negative 30.
Okay, and what are those two numbers? Now, if you can't instantly find those numbers, you can make the chart too, right? And that's fine to get those, okay? We'll be doing lots with quadratics. Probably about 2/3 of this course is, maybe not 2/3, half at least is to my attendance. Afternoon, Sadler speaking. Who's dropping today? At the end of class, because you can spare me. Okay, so 10 and 3. Who are we up to? Riley, what do we do next, please? Right, and I'll go from here, so 3x. Yeah. Sure. 3x. Okay. Now, as a nice change of plans, things actually worked out the way I wanted to today, which is nice, unlike yesterday's. All right, now, Owen, you get the brilliant opportunity to do the restrictions. So what can x not equal here in this
So
case?
x cannot equal -1,
Yeah,
-5, 3/2,
yeah, 3/2, good.
3, -3.
This here,
Oh,
right? Because think, if you have 3x equals 0, right? That would just be equal to 0 then. Okay. So now we get to slash and burn everything that we want, okay? You can smush now if you want to, but the numbers are way too big. Does anything cancel? What cancels? Good?
2x minus 3.
Good? And there's one last magical thing that we have to cancel.
Would be the 2x
Almost so. Not the 2x and the 3x, just the x and the x. The 2 and the 3 can still stay there, right? But the x and the x remain against it. Are we okay on what I did there? Yeah, right? Right, like because it's 2 times x times whatever else, right? So just 2 times x. So I'm gonna rewrite that, I'm gonna move to a new page here, I think, so that's 3x minus 2 over x plus 5, plus 2 bracket x minus 4, all over 3 bracket x plus 5. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit pause on the video. I'm gonna give you about 3 minutes to finish this up if you're not done it, okay? So I want you to try your best to do this without my help at this moment, okay? The opening trick is gonna be, your common denominator is gonna be 3 times x plus 5. So think of how you make that happen on the left. That's a yes. I'm gonna pause the video and ask you a personal question and then we'll